We are sponsored by Soho Bistro and Lounge.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of New English Street Talk No Chaser. And this episode is off location. We are at Soho Bistro and Lounge. I'm your host, Tori the Man Slaughter, and with me to my right.
It's the one and only. It's Brian back.
Is it Brian? Brian guy. We need to know which one we sitting next to.
Brian guy.
Perfect. Because with this topic we got today, we definitely gonna need Brian guy on this one.
Yeah.
Brian needs to be left in Bedford. Need to leave him in Bedford. We want. I know it's only Wednesday, but we need the Dominican side of you to come out tonight.
Ooh.
You know?
Yeah, let's do it. Fuck
All
it.
right, yeah, let's do it.
We're going to get spicy. We might as
Shout
well
out to
be
Soho
spicy.
Bistro and Lounge for hosting us here. We could do the podcast on a live site. I think that's dope. I think that's clutch. You know what I mean? If you haven't got your boat cruise tickets yet, do not want to be the one to tell you, hey, listen, I know you want to come on a boat cruise, but there's no more tickets left. No more. I only have a couple left, physical tickets left. Did you get physical?
I haven't. I got to get my physical tickets, but I've been slacking.
Got to get physical tickets.
It's all right.
That way we have
Sammy
those
got me on
last
lock.
couple few. You know what I mean? All tickets are also available on Eventbrite. Just in case you think we're trying to hustle you, same price, $40. Secure your seat in June. I don't see why not, right? Get it out of the way now for a hell of a good time later. That's how I look at it.
I was going to wonder, I need to look at the location and see if I can get a room down there because I ain't driving.
Well,
I'm not driving.
No, I don't plan on coming back on the bro cruise. Just leave me in the water. Somebody toss me overboard. Let me just.
I might fall overboard.
I don't think they let you. I think it's double railed. I think it's like
That don't
you
mean
fall
shit, bro.
over and then like you hit another deck. I don't think you just go over to the wall.
I don't know. But you know I'm a ghost when I start drinking, so.
Also, I don't even know if they let you go out on the rail. I feel like you're stuck inside. I don't know.
We'll
if
find
you go
out.
out.
You know who I am, bro. I'm fucking MacGyver.
I'm actually a black man that knows how to swim, so I'll be all right for a couple seconds.
And me too. I know how to swim a little bit.
I've been called the airhead my whole life, so I know I'll float that much.
And I'm fat enough now, so we know I'll float.
Topic of the day, ladies and gentlemen, how to end a relationship. This is from we got to mansplain this one. Because I feel like men end relationships, women end marriages.
Yeah, usually. So scientifically, since we have to say that word, scientifically.
I don't think it's scientifically. I think it's survey says. Like Steve
Okay,
Harvey.
a survey says that usually the men will leave the relationship sooner than the woman. We put up with more than they put up with.
Correct.
And like we fight in the beginning stages, and then they fight in the later stages.
Correct. That's why I said men
So
end
yeah, that's why
relationships.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, women in marriages.
Yep. So I agree with you on that.
What's the proper way to end a relationship, right? Let's talk. Let's give like a standpoint. Let's say 5 years into a relationship and it's gone stale and you just don't have it in you anymore. What's the right way to end that relationship?
So are we talking what we do today, or are we are we talking what happens today, or are we talking about what should happen?
What should happen?
So
we already know what happens today. They don't talk about breaking up. They just stop messaging each other and slowly drift apart. Or they do the thing where they piss the other one off as much as possible so they could be the one to end the relationship so you don't have to feel bad for not wanting to be in it anymore.
And gaslighting the fuck out of every situation they physically can.
Every chance they get to start an argument just so you're the bad guy, not them, because they don't want to take on the burden of ending a 5-year relationship.
So to me, I feel like the proper way to do it is like if you've been in a relationship with somebody for that long, you should be able to sit down and have a conversation that is more mutual, and it shouldn't end in result of yelling, screaming. It shouldn't be anything near childish. I feel like at that point, like I know for us, we're all in our 30s, like we know right away if it's going to work or not. And yeah, people do drift apart, career changes, career paths, all that shit. Like we're supposed to be adults.
How many people right now are in relationships knowing that ain't the relationship for them? But that's financial. It's convenient.
It's not
even financially.
Yeah,
I'm talking
some
emotional.
People are financially stuck together.
I know some people are financially invested into each other. People who have homes together, apartments, the same leases. But I'm talking about the people who are emotionally invested in somebody that they know they won't be emotionally invested in for a long period of time. Like, how do you have that conversation?
That to me is soul searching in itself. You need to find that in yourself. It doesn't matter how many people tell you that you guys aren't meant to be. It doesn't matter. So this comes down to what I've always said. Like, you can't. I don't care. Like, when everybody says like, "Oh, loving somebody is not a choice. It should be natural." That's false. You choose to love somebody. You choose when the times are tough to pick them up, dig deep, and you stand beside them. You choose to have children with them. You choose to accept them for their positive traits and their negative traits. Those are choices. So for anybody that says love is not a choice, that it's supposed to be natural and it's not supposed to be hard, then you shouldn't be in a relationship because you do not know what you're talking about. If you're going to be in a relationship with somebody, you need to dig deep, be with that person, and if you like, you got to grind.
If it ain't worth fighting for, is it even worth having?
That's exactly it.
You know?
But so that brings you back to your exactly what you said. How do you know if it's gone stale? Well, okay, well then there's a reason that it went stale, and you don't want to fix the reason. You want to get out. So you never loved that person. You
So
never wanted to be with that person. It was either financial, it was either just like you said, convenient. So it ends up
my favorite, transactional,
or it turns into what was the other one that we were talking about earlier?
Codependent. Yeah.
Codependent. It's you're not actually in it for the relationship. You're in it because you need that person.
Some people are just like energy vampires too.
Yeah.
Well, like they crave that energy and emotion for somebody else, and that they will latch on to that, so they suck all of that
Everything you
premium.
have out.
And like when you don't have anymore, that's when they're just like, all right, well, I'm checking out now.
What about kids? You know how everybody says like, "Oh, we stay for the kids."
That's hard.
I don't have kids, so I'm asking you because this was
from experience,
situation.
I've gotten to a point now in relationships with like women with kids. Like I do the best I can to stay away from the kids. I do. I can't. I don't want to be near your kid because like I know what it feels like personally to have a relationship with a kid and then to have that ripped away from you. And like in a relationship with someone that like I know right off the rip, this isn't gonna be a long-term thing. Like this is like I don't want to meet your kid. I don't want to create like a bond with the kid and then have to like deal with the fact that that kid is no longer accessible to me anymore. So like the reset, like my son would come up for summers up here in New Hampshire. And then, like, every day I'd wake up next to my son. And then to be able to then wake up one day, roll over, and then, like, not see my son and not go to the next room and see my son again, it took months for me to finally reset that. A lot of Hennessy, but it took months.
But what do you do? I mean, also, like, what do you do, like, when you're in the relationship with that person? Or I'm not going to say that person. What do you do if it was your wife and you're splitting from your marriage? You have kids.
Hard. It's what a lot of people will say is you're supposed to do what's best for you, right?
Yeah.
And like I don't believe that. I believe you should do what's like now. Like wisdom I have now is I would do what was best. You're supposed to do what's best for your family. Like you created a family. You started a family. You should always do what's best for your family. Now there is no you anymore, and like the society has created this big fad on. Oh, well, just because you have this, you can still do this. And it's like, that's not true. Like, you have a responsibility in raising a child now, right? And now I know a lot of people going to immediately go to the comments and be like, well, what if the person is abusing you? Or what if the person, there's evil in the world, and there's nothing we could do about that. There's always going to be evil in the world. 100% get out of that. But, like, there'll be some relationships where it'd be like, oh, well, like, he was texting his female best friend every day, so, like, I ended my marriage and, like, separated him from the kids because I don't like the female best friend. Or he works too much and, like, all he does is work, and I want somebody that's available for me, so I'm gonna split from him because he's working. Or she's not as intimate with me as I want her to be intimate with me, so I split my marriage so I could be with a more promiscuous chick. You know what I mean? Like, you're destroying and ripping your family apart. And for what? Selfish tendencies. And in reality, you're a unit now. So like, I think that's the most terrible thing to do is to break up a family for selfish reasons.
Yeah,
I don't think you should.
I don't think you
I
should
think
either.
you should just bite it. I think you should just wait until your kid's 18, wait until your kid's old enough to make his own decisions, and then y'all look at each other and go, hey, so listen.
We did what we had to do for this long.
You know,
now it's our chance to
I've
live.
met couples who separated but still live in the same house.
For the benefit of the kids.
The benefit of the child.
So their kids, honestly. So do you feel the success rate of those kids being able to be successful is going to be higher or lower than a broken home?
Higher. Because it's like you got to really think about it, right? If I split resources between mom and dad, now the resources are split between what they have left. Based off of I have to now provide for myself in a 4 household. He has to provide for himself in his own 4 household. And now we both still have to provide for a kid.
Mm-hmm.
When
I
in
agree.
reality, we can just split one together and still, you know what I mean? It should be 1-1 split, not 1-2-3 split. You know, so it's divide and conquer. Nothing. You know what I mean? It's divide and get conquered at that point.
I've never particularly been in that situation, but what I hear about, and it's crazy to me, is women. I understand like, you know how you have the women that are like, oh, we can't get divorced because I need his health insurance and this
Correct.
and that, right?
Yes.
So they're already willing to accept the fact that they don't want to be together, but like they have perks together so that they stay either legally married or whatever.
Yeah.
So why does it seem like the couples? Because I know a couple couples, but why does it seem like the couples that are in the open marriages, they have no issues?
Well, you want to know why? It's because they have accepted that, like,
No,
hey,
correct. That's what I mean. So
they've accepted, like, you know, this is the world we live in. The world does not create it at no point in any society, major empire, or point in history where we created to be successful alone.
never.
Never. There's never been a period of life where you could do that. No, there's always been family houses,
Family wealth.
Family name. It's everything is built.
What do they call it? Generational wealth.
Yeah. And so now we live in a society where like everybody tried to be independent because the song spelled the word out.
Hey, right. I mean,
You know?
now don't get me wrong. There are some people out there that did it on their own. By far, there is, but that's
Yeah.
one. That's one in a couple.
One or
Let's
two
talk
out of-
realistic.
1 or 2 out of every 150. Like,
Yeah,
you know what
right.
I mean?
You know what I mean?
And,
Yeah.
and in reality, that one person that did make it on his own is only making as much as what 2 people are making together.
Correct. So
So it's like, what's the point? Like, why are we putting ourselves in competition with each other why are we competing to be independent in a world that's charging us to be couples?
oh, facts. It's like, dude, listen, you don't got to tell me.
No, like we're being charged as 2.
New England,
know?
you can't live in New England on a single income.
Three times the rent in order to get an apartment as one person.
Yeah, let alone trying to do that with 2 kids and child support and food and a car payment. If you got college debt,
$100K
it's
a
like,
year
Jesus.
here, and you're scraping by. You're just putting a couple thousand of your savings here with them.
That's not true. Only because I know. I teeter there, dude, and I don't.
I'm talking about people living in an apartment.
It doesn't matter. My mortgage is the same as an apartment for the most part, but I can't put a couple thousand away.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you know, I have that just this one little thing with Tyson right now.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
But that's my thing. There's no emergency fund.
I can't.
You've no emergency
None.
fund. No backbone.
None.
Whatsoever. And so, like, you take somebody that makes just as much money as you and you put them in a pair together. Or you have certain burdens that you no longer have to worry about because your partner picks up where you are leaving off. You know what I mean? And that's why I hate that we try to monetize the value of a housewife. I hate that, like, being a housewife is looked down on when it's like
I agree
it's
with
a
you.
full-time job.
It's a full-time job. I agree with you.
know
I
what I
fully
mean?
agree with you.
Like you play cleaners. Cleaners get paid $20 to $30 an hour.
200 a house usually.
200
250.
a house. She's cleaning the house.
Right.
Normally that's how much she make. You know what I mean?
Babysitting or
Dishwasher in the
Yeah.
back don't make less than $15 an hour. She washes dishes every day.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Daycare
is
daycare's-
$250 a week.
No, I thought it was like a day now. I
No,
heard
$250. I want to. One kid. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Okay,
it could be more, but
So, yeah,
$250
so
a
there's
week for daycare.
So just for the cleaning and the daycare is $500.
Oh, a week. You know what I mean?
Let
Not
alone-
throw in the dishwasher.
Yep.
Yeah,
Appointments, grocery shopping, stuff like that.
Oh, don't forget cooking.
Oh yeah, cooking.
Get
too.
you a good chef for $25 an hour.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. Add it all up. By the end of
You
the day,
add
it's
it all
12,
up,
13,
and then
1400
like
a week.
being a housewife is You know what I mean? It's a full time. It's a multitude of full time jobs spread across.
I
You know
really
what mean?
wish
you drop an 80-pound bag off at the laundromat to do your laundry. How much it cost? $40. You know what I mean?
Listen, I personally think that the U.S. needs a factory reset on that because, in my opinion, I feel that the most critical part of your children's lives is up until they become the teenage part. So, like, for them to be able to stay home and kind of be nurtured and homeschooled a little bit, they're going to get a better education versus you throwing them in daycare because you got one-on-one factor versus what is it? I don't know what it is in New Hampshire, but I believe it's like 1 to 5, correct?
1 to 5.
For every one person, you're allowed 5 kids.
5.
So, like, you think about that. That means your kid has a 1 out of 5 success rate on learning how to read versus everybody else, or 2 to 5.
I want to say it's 4
to 5.
Well, it depends on it fluctuates by age. Yeah. How many teachers per kid?
But just in general, it's outnumbered.
But like
you know what I mean?
Like,
who's going to correct your child's behavior? If
I will
there's
say, I do
25
see a lot
other
of these
people?
kids, you can tell they don't get taught at home.
No.
Like, there's no education happening at home.
No. Do you
Just
think
Fortnite and
Do you think
Roblox.
parents have quit due to
I don't
breakups
think-
and personal
I don't
issues?
think parents quit. I just don't think they have time. Think about time, energy.
Because they're financially strapped.
They're financially strapped. Yeah. So it's
So a
just
factory reset where they live within their means is all. It would
imagine
take.
working 10 hours. You got to be working 10 to 15 hours, working 2 jobs by yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To afford to pay for daycare.
Yeah.
So like you're anywhere between 10 to 15 hours a day, not including travel time.
Unless you have help.
You know what I mean? I'm talking without help. Like,
Yeah.
you
No,
know
I'm
what I
saying,
mean?
yeah, unless
10
you
to
have
15 hours is you not even at home already, and then you got to come home. Bro, you've already burnt 10 to 15 hours.
Yeah, no facts. You're done.
There's only 8 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're done.
8 hours left.
Yeah,
you got
I
to
get you.
sleep for at least 6. So like you're at 21 hours already. You got
can't-
3 hours.
You can't if the kid's sick.
What can you teach? Oh, God forbid the kid gets sick.
You're done.
God forbid your kid's
By
upset.
the time you cook, clean, get them ready for bed, baths, showers, all that, yeah, hands down.
Yeah.
Get it. Fully. Understand.
Yeah. Well, it's. I think a lot of what we need to focus on is just thinking, is it even worth ending a relationship now, right?
I agree with you.
Is it even worth it? How to end a relationship? Ladies and gentlemen, don't. Don't. Get over it. Go get therapy.
Try it. At least try it.
Download an app.
Download an app.
Download an app.
I just don't understand why people are so eager to just walk away now. It's so easy. There's so many apps.
There's so many options.
God damn, bro. Yeah, and there wouldn't be options if women didn't make themselves as available as they do. Do you agree with that?
I think men will always find a way. I think history proves men will always find a way. Brothels, the bar,
Yeah, I know, but if
war.
yeah. War.
Like, men will always find a way. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah, but
it's not necessarily that women have made themselves more available. I think women just stepped up and entered the game as a player, and instead of just the game to be played.
yeah.
So I think now that women have gone, hey, you know what? If this is the lifestyle that you live, or this is the lifestyle that I want to emulate, I think they've joined the game as a player. That's it. And so we have so many women that are doing that. It's kind of tilting. It's devaluing masculinity, because now you have masculine women. You have all these women with masculine traits.
No, well, we've talked about this. They take the select masculine traits that they wanted from men.
yeah.
They
It's
didn't.
like
They don't want to take the whole book. They only want to take half the book.
They take all the good parts.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like now imagine that. Now imagine you in a city of 1,000 women and 1,000 men, but like 500 of the women want to be men. They want to live their lives as if a man would.
But they can't handle the responsibilities of half of it, so they fold quick.
Now look at what happens to the community.
Yeah, true.
Now your community of 2,000 is
Yeah. Circling. AKA factory
That'd be
reset for America.
that would be absolutely an amazing social experiment.
That's
You took 500 single
that's
men
but that's
and
versus
500 single women, and you moved them into a town.
That's
and
like
we got
that's
to
almost
just
Squid
watch.
Games. That's almost like Squid Games.
No. I don't want to play games with them.
No,
we
no,
just
I'm just
literally
saying,
just
that's
go
just like,
500
boom.
single males, 500 single women. We set it up. We give them like jobs and whatnot. They have their responsibilities and chores and whatnot. And like imagine they hand selected an electrician, a plumber, and just put 500 single males, 500 single women in a community, and was like, you're going to live here
Try to figure
for
it out.
60 days and watch.
Women would fail. If you had to start from scratch.
No.
women would fail.
Not necessarily. So I'm not saying like who would fare off better. I think
I know
like
what you're
from a
saying.
relationship
From a
standpoint,
relationship standpoint.
how would they intermingle a relationship? Because all the women are single and all the men are single, and they're all living in the same community.
That's what I'm saying. Women would fail because if you just
Kill each other.
Exactly.
They kill each other.
Yeah. They'd eat each other
Shout out
alive.
to the postman.
The postman's got 500
The
babies.
milkman, and the postman, the milkman, Mr. Whoever delivers the packages,
The pizza guy driver.
the pizza delivery driver. Oh man, what job would you want in that community? You're a single guy. There's 500 single women available, but 499 competitors. What job would you want?
I'm gonna be the mechanic. I'm gonna change oil.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm gonna be the mayor.
Either that or I'm gonna cut
I
grass.
want to be the mayor of the town.
You're built for that. I'm
be
not
the
built for
mayor.
that. I'll cut grass.
I
Give me
wanna- I wanna
give me
be
a
like-
lawnmower so I can go door to door.
The horror TV show. I want to be like the sheriff from. I want to be the dude to tell nobody they can leave. You can't leave.
So back to our topic here. How do you feel about the right person, wrong time? How do you end that relationship?
Oh, man, I've been there. Well, like this is the most perfect relationship candidate that like fit all the things that I want, but I'm just not mentally there yet. Like I'm like you're not a bad woman, but I'm just spent, burnt, tired, destroyed, defeated.
Like if it was too soon
Yeah, or too late.
or too late.
You know, like in my case, sometimes it's more of a too late thing, where I'm just like, yo, I'm just burnt out. Like, I don't have like.
So how do
The
you
time,
let them down softly? Or how do you let them down?
Tell them straight up. I'd say just tell them straight up, straight from the beginning. Hi, my name is Tori Slow, and I ain't shit.
I've heard that line too many times.
Yo, so you know what I mean? I ain't shit.
I'm not built
you're
like
not
that. Some
gonna
days I'm
get a
not built
lot.
like that.
Yeah, like there's not a lot left. Like if there is some love in there, it's like in like my pinky toe or something. I don't know where it's at. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know no other way to do it but to just be like, hey, so listen, this. I just lay it all on the table like this.
Yeah, but does that still
These are
mean that you
cards I
shouldn't
got left.
try?
What?
Does that still mean you shouldn't try?
Try for what?
Because what if you know how they say like that the person that you typically find to be your favorite person is when you're not looking. So if you're not looking and you kind of find that person, you know you ain't shit like you say, and you're not ready, and it is the right person, and it might be the wrong time. Does that still deter you away from not even trying?
So
to be a
I
better person?
always tell people to do what you want, when you want, how you want. Make the decisions that you want to make that you can sleep with, as long as you can sleep with those decisions, right? Like if you know you can put your
told me
head
this
down at
1,000
night
times.
and that's what you can sleep with, that's the decision you make. You know? And with that being said, is it doesn't matter if that's the right person for me, then that person isn't going anywhere. It doesn't matter how I feel or what I do. If that's my human, then my human isn't going anywhere.
Right.
You know, my human understands why I am the way I am and goes, I get it. You know, I wasn't looking for you. You
Right.
showed up. Cool. Like, thanks. It's like Amazon.
Oh, wow.
It is.
No, I understand.
My package said it was coming next Tuesday. We haven't hit it a day early. You ever been going to take the garbage out and he's like standing right there?
Yep.
Were
Amazon.
you?
Yep.
Scout the package. Cool. Thanks. Yeah. You ever get accidentally delivered a pizza to?
Never.
Hey, pizzas. You never had that before? I've had that before.
I've walked into a place and they said, "You here for pickup?" I said, "Yep." And they say the order. I'm like, "Yep." And I get out to the car and it's got a different name on it.
Wow.
But I took it anyway.
That's theft.
No,
If it's delivered to my house.
that means that the pizza
that's
that
an
has mine
accident.
was still in the oven.
No. That is terrible. I always thought about that. Like, do people just dress up as door dashes?
Just to go get the
Walk
free
in,
food.
just grab it.
You know what's crazy is I thought the same thing. Like, imagine
Like in the big
a homeless
cities?
person. Though. Yeah, like a homeless person just walk in, some clean clothes, be like, "Oh, here for order," and all you have to do is hold your phone. They don't even look at it anymore because they're so busy. Just
They're
I'm
like
here for
DoorDash,
order.
and they just point.
Yeah, like if you went to McDonald's, you could kind of look up at the screen, and be like, "Yeah, 4467," and you'd be like, "Oh, that's it right here," and sue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I know in Chicago they order Ubers, and then when the Uber driver picks you up, they rob the Uber driver.
I mean, I hear that. That's getting wild.
They rob the Uber driver.
Like they're finding so many different ways
Dude,
to
it's
rob
like-
people. Just it's disgusting. Just get a better job. Figure your life out. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. It makes me sick. Some of the stuff that you see on the news. Although I will
I'd stop watching.
Although
the
I'll
news.
tell you what, I'll give Trump credit because he said that the what country is it? I can't even pronounce it. It said that they have till Saturday at noon to release the prisoners, or all hell will break loose. And we have 7 Americans over there that are young.
Yo, it's gotta suck, bro.
Like all hell will break loose, and you know he ain't playing.
Like to be the prisoner and hear that and be like, or like find out that happened, be like, you don't think like, so what if they called you bluff?
The problem is that's the thing though. Trump don't bluff.
No,
He don't bluff.
I don't know. I think the most lethal president we had was Obama.
Oh yeah, hands down. Well,
Obama.
on deportation.
Yeah, no, he was a strike king. He was striking everybody. Oh, you got chemical weapons?
But I mean, yeah.
Oh, there's
it was
holes.
close.
There's holes over there with people in them. Him and Bush.
Bush was another one that was
Bush
heavy on
Jr.
the button.
Bush Jr. wastes no time.
Oh yeah, I think his second day in office. We're going to war.
Bill Clinton wasn't a savage, but Hillary
Oh yeah, Benghazi.
didn't
Jesus.
play no games.
Nope.
Oh.
Oh my God. That's
What do you do in a relationship where she makes more money than you?
I support it, bro. I support that hands down, all day, every day. I support that. I don't. That's like I don't shame that. Yo, if she's got the opportunity to go out and have a better career than me or whatever, I'm gonna support that, and I'll do whatever I have to do if roles need to change a little bit. So I don't have kids, but my past relationship, she had a kid, and I was a little leery at first about having like the responsibility, like you said. You're like, yo, bro, after a little while, that kid becomes your responsibility. I was nervous at first about it, but like honestly, it didn't bother me. It was fun because like I don't have kids, like snowball fights, pillow fights, like all the stuff that I used to do as kids with my brothers, like to trampoline parks and
You're
cowabungas
crazy.
and stuff. It was fun because it was like I got to
crazy.
experience something I never been a part of.
Nah, you're crazy. So for me, I like snowball fights is all fun and games until there's a black eye.
Yeah, but that's because you take it too far.
You know what I mean? Pillow fights is all fun until there's a bruised fucking head or bruised leg. No, I'm good.
But watching them grow, man, watching kids grow is special.
It's different.
It's special. Like obviously, you know, like through the dogs and everything, like watching them grow as from puppies to where they are, you're like, wow, like they actually develop a personality. But like hearing kids spell their first word, understand meaning of something different. I got to experience trying the first chicken wing for the first time, and it was like, that was for real, bro. Never had a chicken wing, had a chicken wing. It was the best thing ever. So it was like, that's what I'm saying though. Like, cause you know,
It's a lot of beautiful moments, but like you get to the point to where like where that separation kicks in is like, how do you return back to regular life after that?
that's what I've been dealing with now.
It's like a little empty spot. And you can't feel it. Can't just get another kid and fill that empty
No,
spot.
correct. No,
Right.
because every kid is like a human. Everybody's different.
Everybody's
I get
different.
It. I mean, you just got to look back. Like, it's like, I mean, in a way, you just got to look like somebody that was gone. You know what I mean? Like, all my memories I have about Teddy. Same thing. So, like, I just got to look at the reality is she's going to be a bright, young little girl with a great future. She's going to do great. She's got great parents. She's not going to, you know what I mean, fall. And, you know what I mean? Like, I just have to cherish the time that I had. You know what I mean? As fucked up as it is to say, you just got to accept it. And you got to push forward and move on. But you don't, you know what I mean? You don't have to forget. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like you say all the time, bro. It's a chapter in your life that you can't erase. So you might as well, like, our lives are books. We just keep writing chapters. You know what I mean? Some people's chapters are shorter than others, but it is what it is. So you just got to adapt. So yeah, like, you know what I mean? I'll adapt. Everything, it'll all work itself out. There's nothing I can do about it. Just keep pushing forward, like you say. I can't stop. If I stop, then, you know what I mean? That's when everybody falls behind and the other people that depend on me can't get to where they need to get to. And then this is a perfect time. So for me personally, the reset that you get from a breakup, especially if it's a healthy breakup in a way. I know everybody says you can't, there's no such thing as a healthy breakup. You're wrong. There's healthy breakups out of toxic relationships or relationships that you knew you shouldn't have been in, that you can use that in a positive as far as a mental reset for yourself. So like I've reached out to my old MMA coach. I'm going to start getting some privates back in. Me and Tori are going to do our open run. We're going to start playing hoop again. And it's like a reset for us mentally to bring us back to reality, to level our grounds. And that's something that I'm looking forward to. I think it's important that you have some me time, because I think a lot of people that start relationships in the beginning and middle phases and that 5 year in, you get so accustomed to the life that you're living that you forget to take you time in general. And I honestly, especially value Tori and some of my other friends. I'd be like, yo, bro, at the end of the day, without you time, you can't reset. You bottle everything up, and then when you break, you end up taking a softball bat and smashing a softball into 40 pieces, and the stitching is ripped and on the ground at Mel's, and you're like, wow, did that really just happen?
Yeah. No, it's. I've seen so many relationships where they they go into like hyper speed, where it's like you've been in a relationship for 3 months, but it feels like a year
Yeah.
because you accomplish things that aren't supposed to be accomplished yet.
It's like growing up. When you're a kid and you grow up too fast.
You grow up too fast.
Yeah,
A
so
lot
your
of people
relationship
treat
is the same
relationships that
thing.
way.
Don't take it as fast as you do, because what happens is it gets boring too quick.
Like, well, it's not even that. It's just you put so much stress on the relationship to keep it interesting. But like, you were talking for 3 months and now y'all live together. Whoa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like you went from having a bathroom to yourself to now sharing it. A room to yourself to now sharing it. Free time to yourself to now someone wondering why you aren't paying attention to them. When in reality, this is what used to be your spare time. This used to be your me time. Mm-hmm. Now splitting that. You know what I mean? Obligations come up. You know what I mean? Things you don't normally have to do, you have to do now. Things you don't normally pay attention to, you have to pay attention to. Like
That was too much. Sometimes that's too much and overwhelming.
change the whole factor of your life in such a drastic way when you do things like that. You know what I mean? And you're like, you'll look up and you'll be like, yo, we've been together for 6 months, but like, man, why does it feel like we've been married for 5 years?
Yeah.
Because you did everything in 6 months. You piled everything into 6 months.
Yeah.
Everything you had, you put it in there. And then now you're burnt out because you gave everything you got.
Right. So
Now what?
there's
What do you have
nothing.
left? This is it. This is your ceiling. This is the best you can do. This is the best version of you. And now what do you do when it's, like Kendrick says, it's not enough?
Yeah.
Now you start to build the resentment because it's just like, oh, man, what am I doing? Like, I have days where, like, I will have 2 days in a row where, like, I just sleep.
I know you do. Yeah, but
I don't watch TV. I don't look at I'll look at my phone for like 5-10 minutes. I fall back asleep again. I just sleep. I'll get up. I'll shower. I'll go lay down. I'll go back to sleep. And I'll go 2 days straight of just sleep.
But sometimes don't you feel like if you, you say like when you get into it, you just want to get it all on the table and show all your cards.
Yeah.
So sometimes don't you feel like when you're starting a relationship, with somebody that you're curious to see if they're going to make it for a long haul, don't you want to expose them to as much as you physically can up front so that they learn, like, this is who I am as a person, either take it or leave it, because tomorrow I don't have time for this.
No. I think it took, like, for me, I tell people all the time, it took me 25 years to realize who I am. Like, for me to even, like, put an identity together that I can claim that it was identity for me, it took me 25 years.
See,
I mean, I've gone through so many, like, changes and personality. Like I'm not the same person I was 2 years ago. I'm not the same person I was 2 years before that. I'm definitely not the same person I was 10 years ago. Like, I'm ever evolving, I'm ever adapting, I'm ever changing. So it's just like, I tell people all the time that you can't focus too much on who your partner is. You focus on who you are as a person, and then you make sure that when you guys are growing, y'all are growing together. But you don't have to know every inch, every ounce. Like, this is not a relationship. People treat relationships like a cootie catcher. Y'all ever had cootie catchers out here? You know what I mean? Yeah. What's your favorite color? What's
Yellow,
your favorite
white,
food?
yeah.
What's your favorite music song? Like, what time do you like to go to sleep? What shows do you like to watch? Man, none of that shit matters. None of that matters
to you.
Right. To me, none of that matters. Like, it doesn't matter. If you're not paying attention and you don't pick up on that naturally, why do I have to tell you that?
Right.
Why do I even have to remember it? Doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, I always forget birthdays. I'm terrible at birthdays. Like, for example, I just realized today's February 12th. Yesterday was my brother's birthday. 2/11. I literally, for example, this
I'm
is a
bad at
birthday.
dates,
I literally just looked at my phone and go, you know what? My brother's birthday was yesterday. I've known my brother for 35 years.
I'm with you.
forgot
I'm
his
bad at
birthday.
dates. I work so much, dude, and there's so many numbers and dates and shit that run through my head that I don't remember birthdays, phone numbers, names. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm bad.
Yeah, bro. I literally just thought about that just now. I was like, wait a minute. I forgot my brother's birthday. But, you know what I mean? What was the first date we went on? I don't know. It was our anniversary. I don't know. Yeah, I had a year. I forgot how old I was.
I've done that before. Straight up.
I forgot how old I was.
I worked 7 days a week. I didn't remember. I had no clue what day of the week it was.
There's just you have to get to a level of, like, knowing what is important to you. And then I just hate knowing that, like, you have to also balance what's important to them.
Yeah, you're one. Like you said, you gotta accept. I agree with you saying. The hardest part for me is when people don't, like, yo, you want to accept all the good shit that I have, but you don't want to accept the bad shit that I have.
Oh my God.
And I can't. If anybody ever tells me that they don't have any baggage or any bad shit, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you. And that's coming straight from Bri Guy. I will smack the shit out of you. Everybody has fucking negatives. Nobody is full of straight positives.
Some people have a suitcase. Some people have a dump truck.
Some people got a Ziploc baggie, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
But at the end of the day,
we
all have shit. And one of my biggest pet peeves is when somebody says, "Well, I went through this something more traumatic than you," when realistically, like, okay, so my past traumas maybe not be the same as yours, but they still affect me differently because that was the highest or the lowest of my low. So, like, don't sit there and try to compare what is low to you is low to me. Is
you ever have a conversation with somebody because you just literally expressing how you feel that day?
They turn
and
it around
feel the
on
need
them.
to tell a story to one up.
Yeah, the one upper.
Like, I'm sorry, I didn't know we were having a fucking trauma dump fest. I thought I was expressing myself,
or telling me to get over it because what you went through was worse,
or me revealing something that's traumatic for me, and then the first argument we get into
is that, like, same shit.
AKA,
like, you know what you did? You gave them your trigger. And then you wonder why. You wonder why you haven't spoken in a couple days because you just literally, the one thing I asked you not to do, you fucking did. And you didn't even give a fuck about it, knowing that we just had a conversation about this 20 minutes ago.
But we're supposed to just get over it.
We as men are, yes, supposed to just get over it. Bottle that shit up inside and bury it. But then, why aren't you emotional? Like, yo, bro.
You're a bitch.
You can't read. You can't read between the lines.
Context clues are not for you. That's I don't know. We can talk about this shit for 3 hours. God damn it! I'll sit here and be like, man, I don't know. But from a financial standpoint, how to end a relationship? don't. From an emotional standpoint, how to end a relationship, therapy. From a physical standpoint, how to end a relationship, cheat.
Jesus. You went right to the extreme on that one.
Cheat.
But you know what? You're right, dude.
Cheat.
You're right. Men don't cheat unless they're not getting the physical touch and the value. What do you call it? Like the not evaluation.
3 most important things, the 3 essentials to life, right? Human touch,
Yeah.
a roof over your head,
Yeah.
clothes on your back.
Yep.
That's it.
But men usually cheat. Who do you think cheats first, men or women?
First?
Yeah,
Or the
first.
most?
No, first, not the most. No, first.
Who cheats first
Yes.
in 2025?
Yes.
Who cheat women?
Women cheat first now? Why?
Yes.
Lack of emotion or lack of financial or lack of what?
No, not lack of anything. The multitude of options. 9 times out of 10. I'm sorry. You mean to tell me I met you or we've been talking and I'm the only person that finds you attractive?
Oh, I agree with
You're
you on
talking
that.
to somebody else.
Hands down.
I'm not. I didn't just walk up to you and catch you right in your dead zone, or your dead list, or no backups, no bench, no warm ups, no players in the game. I just walked up and met you, and you just so happened to be single and not talking to anybody.
Who do you think?
So I think women. Women cheat first.
Who do you think crosses the bridge first after a breakup? Men or women?
Women.
Hands down, right?
Women.
Yeah, they already
It's already women. They already had a lot. They already had a backup ready.
Yeah, the day you broke up, they already had the
They
number.
already had a
the
backup
phone.
ready.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, definitely.
I feel you
Well,
on
because men have sex with who they can, and women pick who they got sex with.
yeah, right.
And men have sex with whoever they can, but women pick. So like, if it's easier for a woman to cheat, like,
Oh, we
it's
knew- I
so
know,
much
yeah.
easier. Like she can go to the club and she'll have like 10 options.
In seconds, just walking in.
Just walking in, she's already
Eyes are
at 10.
glued.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, no, I think women definitely. Well, I guess it also classifies what's your definition of cheating. You know what I mean? You know, are we talking about like physical cheating? Are we talking about texting other dudes and replying to other dudes? Because some people view that as cheating, and that's why I say women fail every time. Because like I'm not the only dude you texting. I'm sorry. And you may not count it as being serious because we only been talking for 3 weeks, but I know you talking to another dude. There's a phase where you're the dude that you was talking to, and then now I'm better than that dude. You were talking to both of us at the same time, cheating.
I don't understand it when girls are like, "Oh, I have male friends," like because those male
There's
friends
no
are
such
only
thing.
there for one reason.
It's no such.
If you call any one of them at any given moment and be like, "Hey, so what are you doing later?" You already know. Damn well.
What depends on his occupation?
Well, how does it depend on the occupation?
It depends on his occupation. Yep, depends on his occupation.
Why?
Because, like, I work in the nightlife, so I completely understand women classify certain men as friends. Like the classification wise.
Yeah.
Like, there are women out there that'll classify me as a friend. And I'm like, I don't even know you. I don't even know how many kids you have. I couldn't tell you what your mama name was. Like, I don't even know where you live. Like, I've never seen you outside of this building that I'm standing in, sitting in right now. Like, but like people they'll be like, oh, that's my friend. And I'm like, oh, crap, I'm a male friend now. Well, you know you. Like, all right, cool. All right. Like, oh, yeah, I remember you. We bowled with you that one time 2 years ago.
Man, we've got stories about that. I've had
Katie
people
with
say
a
all
K, a C. How many times I go, you remember me, right, Tori? I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah, hell yeah.
That's one of those things. That's why
Nice to meet
That's
you.
why I keep my circle so small,
fuck
bro.
is
I don't want to deal exactly. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want you walking up to me being like, "Yo, bro," because sometimes you're guilty by association. So when you don't know them and you're like, "Wait a minute, did I really just dap that little motherfucker up?"
Who is that?
Yeah, I'm good. Don't come up to me unless you personally know me or you know where I live or you've been to my house.
Yeah, you know what
Like,
I mean?
I'm good, bro. We are not
There he
friends.
is. The Pierce is here.
We are not friends. We are
It
not
is.
alike.
All right, it is 9:02. I know we had a late start to this one, but we're going to bring this show to a close. Any closing remarks for them?
What's up?
Any closing remarks?
Yeah, so straight up, I mean, we've been warning you guys that this man is on another fucking planet. He is not normal. Sammy is bringing this shit to a fucking new high. If you are serious about getting into this podcast shit or trying to get on shows or just whatever, you have to reach out to this man. There is no limit with Sammy. Sammy is just, he is on a rocket ship heading straight to the fucking moon.
Yeah.
I never would have thought, and I don't even think he's been open for a full year yet. I think he's creeping up on a year with this podcast shit. And look, now we're at Soho Bistro Lounge, one of the major sponsors of the show. We're here live in their restaurant. You could literally pull up right now on us, and we're chilling right here in the opening.
That's right.
And
I do like these mobile shows now, instead of just being cooped up in the studio.
I mean,
So that's
I
kinda-
almost feel like, yo, Sammy,
cool.
you think at some point maybe we could get like commentary in the bar or whatever? Like we could get headsets, mic it out, and they could be like, yo, look at fight over there, this one over there. Like, yo, that dude just shot a shot at that shorty and missed. She missed drastically. Like we could have commentary here in this bitch.
Yeah, that'd be fucking
It'd be like Raw, bro. It'd be like Raw.
right?
It'd be like Raw.
Day one is just me.
Every time somebody walks in the door.
I don't know. With that being said, man, look forward to you guys' episode next week. Thank you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe right here on YouTube, and we are out. Day one.